begin with something that might shake your expectation. What if reality isn't something that happens to you, but something that responds to you? Not just loosely, not with fake connection, but directly, precisely, then instantly. We're not talking about wishful thinking or blind optimism. We're talking about conscious command. There are moments in life when something just clicks. A decision is made, a sentence is spoken, and a shift occurs that defies logic. These aren't random miracles. They're the result of energy responding to authority. Your authority in this case is you. And now here's where most people struggle. We've been conditioned to believe that significant change takes time, effort, or outside intervention. But the reality is, you're not a beggar in this universe. You're not meant to plead or passively hope. You're a co-creator endowed with the ability to command. And when I say command, I don't mean demanding or controlling in the conventional sense. I mean a quiet, unwavering clarity that originates from within. A statement of truth that reality responds to. Take, for example, someone who's been in chronic pain for years. They've tried everything, nothing worked, and then one day they simply say, I command this pain to leave my body. And it does, instantly, permanently. No ritual, no long journey, just a firm declaration. It might sound unbelievable, but the power lies not in the drama of the act, it lies in the intention behind it. When you truly command, you're not negotiating, you're aligning with the inherent laws of creation. You're engaging the universe as an extension of yourself. And the universe responds, not because you're special, but because that power always responds. The difference is whether you're issuing a command or a wish. Are you declaring or are you doubting? Here's the caveat. Commands without clarity is ineffective. And clarity without release is equally useless. Once you've spoken your intent, let it go. Obsessing, doubting, or waiting anxiously for results only weakens it more. It's like planting a seed and then digging it up every 5 minutes to see if it's growing. Command and release. Let the universe rearrange itself. It will, because that's its job, and it doesn't take years. Sometimes all it takes is 3 minutes.
What Lyn just described is not only powerful, it's deeply practical. And I want to address the resistance that naturally arises when we begin talking about commanding reality. Because for many people, that word alone, command, feels dangerous, arrogant, even blasphemous. We've been told to ask, to pray, to wait for permission. Rarely are we told to speak with authority. But let's look closer. Even Scripture doesn't tell us to plead with the mountain. It says you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. That's not a request. That's a command. What if this isn't about ego or pride, but about reclaiming what's been forgotten? Not entitlement, but alignment. You're not commanding against the universe. You're commanding with it, through it, from within it. That's an entirely different posture. Now let's get practical. So imagine your car won't start. You're late, you're stressed, and the battery's dead. Most people would panic or give up or call for help. But what if instead you place your hand on the dashboard and say, by the power of the highest source, I command this car to start and drive now. You turn the key, nothing. Most would stop there and say it didn't work. But the real art is not the command, it's the state. It's the state after the command. Don't obsess, don't analyze, distract yourself. Relax, release, then without attachment try again. And guess what? Often it works. Not because of luck, but because your energy field has shifted from powerlessness to alignment. The mechanics of manifestation aren't magical, they're mechanical, energetic, and precise. So why don't more people use this? Because we've been taught that trying and failing equals weakness, that if it doesn't work the first time, it never will. But commanding reality isn't a test of fate, it's a practice of consciousness. Each time you do it, you refine your signal, strengthen your clarity, and reinforce your authority. It's not about manipulating outcomes. It's about aligning with a version of reality that already exists and then stepping into it. That's why your beliefs matter, not in the self-help cliched way, but in a very real, energetic way. If you're carrying doubt, fear, or unworthiness, these frequencies are also commands, and the universe, impartial as it is, will reflect them right back. So the work becomes internal. You clear out the clutter, you stop feeding your mind with doubt-based content, negativity, and noise. You become intentional with what you allow in. You practice clean, focused command, and you let go.
That internal clarity Paul just mentions, that is everything. Because the people who experience the most rapid shifts often are the ones who've read the most books or taken the most courses. They're the ones with the fewest limiting beliefs. They're not tangled in intellectual overthinking, they just decide. They just say it and believe it. Now, this doesn't mean education is a hindrance, but if your knowledge becomes a prison instead of a pathway, you're no longer free to act in your power. In other words, you can be spiritually curious and energetically potent. You can think critically and speak with faith. It's not one or the other. That banded key, a strong mind but soft heart. Discernment, yes, but also trust. Know when to analyze and when to allow. When you're manifesting, the time for analysis is over. That's the moment to just soften and know. So if you want to test this out, start small. Look around you and give 10 commands to things that are already happening. I command this light to stay on. I command this chair to support me. This isn't silliness, it's muscle building. You're practicing the tone and posture of someone who's used to be obeyed by reality. Then move to things you do want. Say them in present tense. Use booster phrases if that helps. For example, in the name of the highest good, I command full health in my body. Or, by the authority given to me, I command clarity, ease, and alignment in my workspace. And then just let it go. Let the energy move and trust the process.
Exactly. And to wrap this up, let's make one thing clear. This isn't a technique, it's a relationship with your power, with reality, with the deeper force that animates all things. When you command from ego, it won't stick. When you command from clarity, trust, and alignment, it's like pressing send on a divine instruction. You don't keep opening your email to see it sent if it's sent. You know it did. And that's the invitation today. To step into that knowing, not with force, but with certainty. Not with arrogance, but with quiet authority. So ask yourself, what are you ready to command into existence? Not next year, not someday, but now. Because your reality isn't waiting to be persuaded. It's waiting to be instructed.
Thanks so much for spending this time with us. If today's conversation sparks something in you, take a moment to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps others find this kind of content. Make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And tap the bell icon so you're notified the moment a new one drops. And if you know someone who's ready to step into their power, or who could use this message today, go ahead and share it with them. Sometimes one shared idea can change everything for someone. We appreciate you being here. So until next time, think differently, dream boldly, and create consciously.